What's something student at Harvard assume about you because you are the actress?
Honestly, most people at Harvard don't know I'm an actor, I don't think. Or a couple times I've been recognized by people, but um, I think first of all, there's a lot of child actors at Harvard. It's actually a very common thing because I think when I was 3, my parents put me in like children's theater, like classes. You're doing Peter Pan. I remember being, again, I was really young, like 8 or 9, just reading like all the mean comments about me. Because like there's adults who get very invested in stuff like this, I guess, and are, gonna comment on which 8-year-old they think should beat out the other 8-year-olds, And so I remember finding that really hurtful and being like, oh, I didn't realize people could be so mean. And I never felt that way in acting.
What is the one thing about being a child actor that people on the outside think is glamorous, but for the inside was actually really hard?
I think there's kind of this outside perception that the things that child acting rewards is like.
You voiced character in Frozen and Despicable Me too. At that time, did anyone, you, your parents, anyone have any idea those movies were about to become one of the biggest animated film ever made?
I mean, Despicable Me 2, I think more so because the first movie had been so big and I loved the first movie, and so that I was super excited. But Frozen, nobody knew. It was just like a random, I don't think it was even called Frozen when I first auditioned for it. It was like Disney Snow Queen movie.
And on the top of acting, top of Howard, you started a also band.
Hmm.
Tune Tune Annie. Why music?
Yeah, like I said, I can't stay in my lane. I've always loved music. I started taking piano lessons when I was 6 years old, and so classical piano was a big part of my life for a very long time.
Most people spend years trying to break into Hollywood, but today's guest got there before she turned 5. And that's the only beginning of her story. Because for the first time on the Slate Show, we are welcoming a Hollywood actress. Most people spend their childhood dreaming about Hollywood. Katie, aka Queen Annie, start living their dream at just 4 years old. While most kids learning ABC and playing with their toys, Katie already working on professional films and television sets in Hollywood. Over the year, she built an incredible body of work while appearing in television shows like New Girl, Pan 15, Happy Ending, How I Met Your Mother, and many more television shows. She also appeared in movies like Ed Camper, The Exhausted, Tales of Halloween, and many more movies. And that's not all. She also led her voice globally most loved movies like Frozen, Despicable Me 2, and Walking with Dinosaur 3D. Movies that millions of people around the world have grown up watching. At a young age, she became the one of the youngest contestants on The Child Genius. Has shared that she joined Mensa as a child, and instead of choosing between creativity and academics, she chose both. Today, she studied at Harvard University while continuing to act, write, perform, and create music as a lead singer and songwriter of the indie band Queen Annie. Just think about that. An actor, a singer, a songwriter, or a Harvard student, all before turning 25. But today, this conversation is not about resume, it's about the person behind it all. What does it really feel like to grow up in Hollywood? How does she balancing acting, music, and one of the most demanding university in the world? How does she continue discovering who really she is? So let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome actor, songwriter, singer, musician, and a Harvard student, Katie Silverman, aka Queen Annie.